What do farmers have to change in the next two or 3 years?
But I think they'll change what they've already changed. So we've seen, and it's pleasing, that shift in what the varietal resistance rating that people are selecting. So the market has reacted and dropped those really poor varieties and has moved, and it might not sound much moving from a 5 to a 6, but it makes all the difference in the world. And again, that's a safe port of storm. You know, if we lose the multi-site.
And I'm always reluctant to try and look at, everybody wants to see the variety, which could be an 8, and if there is to be a 9. But, you know, the important thing is really moving from 5 to 5.5 to 6. It's more important to move in the fractions. I think it's creep. If you can creep up from the 5s to the 6 to the 7s, because there's a lot of 6s and 7s out there, and if you can make that move, you really do see it come the middle of June. And
the difference between a 5 and a 6 in the field for Septoria is so different than it is for a brown rust or a yellow rust.
Yes, it sounds small.
The difference is that it doesn't change the programme.
No.
That's one aspect that we have to remember. And when you do look at the 8, it does change the programme.
Yeah, but we've never seen an 8 yet that really seriously got close to, you know, the market wants more than varietal resistance.
Well, we've seen the same in the southwest, and the high pressure, even the most resistant varieties can give very large yield responses to fungicides, and it is very...
So I don't, well, the point I was making is I don't think the fungicide programs are going to change that much. We try to group varieties into sort of high, medium and low response. Forget disease susceptibility, just how they respond to fungicides. So you get the very high yielding, the sort of gravities of the world, where you're getting very high yields, but you're also getting very high responses to fungicides. And then at the other extreme, you've got X-Stays, Graham, which are unresponsive generally, but they're still not quite there in terms of yield. So there are still a lot of people who will still grow the highest yielding variety.
We've recently looked at the Irish data from the seed availability, what's submitted for certification and matched to the resistance ratings. And we do see that what is grown is slightly improving. It improves, it's up at around the 6. But after 2 or 3 years, that drops to 5. Because, okay, JB Diego is the prime example. It came in at a 6. And it started very low. And all of a sudden took the market, 50% of the market. So you can look at it from farmers were growing at 6. All of a sudden, population adapts. It's now at 5, and it'll probably slip to a 4 before a new variety comes in and takes it.
And growers need to be made more aware of that.
And if it's an erosion of varietal resistance with Septoria, and it's not at the very high level to start with, then actually, would we see the problem if we're masking it with chemistries anyhow? So varieties, it's about trying to get the message out that variety is important.
And we could change the system. In a sense, we've got what we paid for here. There's a lot of innovation from breeding, but we've got a system that favours yield. So here we are, you know, with high yielding but weak varieties. But we could change that system and reward other traits better.
For a range of reasons, including disease management, growers are tending to drill later. You know, there was a trend in the 1990s and the noughties of some earlier drilling, and there may be still some geographical areas. But no, we had a trend back last year of September drilling in Ireland of wheat because they got their barley done so early, and they said, well, am I going to stop or not?
It was dry.
But it was dry all through October in the end as well, and the forecast was dry. I mean, I was saying, stop. Like, they're saying that there's no rain till whenever, but the problem is, you know, generally sowing dates have
moved back.
Yeah, and I mean, the blackgrass scenario here has been a help to disease control. Inadvertently.